I'm Joe Chili, mornings from 7 to 9 on Buffalo's oldie station, The Big Wack. Joining us on The Big Wack's Buffalo on the Rise today is Chuck Hayes, Chief Communication and Development Officer for Catholic Charities of Buffalo. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Chris.
Well, welcome. Glad to have you here.
Joe.
Let's talk about, Catholic Charities. Every year, we see, and hear about it, or we used to, and, in churches now. I guess some of us are having church a little bit more remotely than we did in the past. But do you think it's going to be a heavy lift this year trying to get to your goal?
Well, Joe, it's always a challenge. We have a hefty goal of $8.5 million, and that's not a small sum, especially in today's economy. There are a lot of challenges right here in Western New York. We know some employers have reduced workforce. There's changes in government programs and things like that. But we have a very generous community. People have given to the appeal for more than 100 years now. We're off to a really good start. The corporate community does very well in supporting local charities, and we think we're very hopeful that Western New Yorkers will step up again.
How does the appeal and the amount compare to last year?
So the goal that we set this year was $8.5 million. That's about $1 million less than our goal for last year. We didn't make last year's goal. And when setting the goal, there were a lot of considerations that went into that, not the least of which was the current economic environment, the toll inflation has taken on people, but also the changes in our diocese and the issues there, and the number of donors we have declines from year to year, simply because people move south or meet their eternal reward or whatever. So we decided to say, hey, let's go for 8.5 million. Not that the need was any less, it's certainly not. We need to meet that goal and actually surpass that goal to serve as many as people as we did last year.
I think it's interesting in the fact that there are 147,000 people that are that are helped. And the other thing that I think that is important for people to realize, Catholic Charities isn't just affecting Catholics in the Western New York area, right?
That's right, Joe. So you walk down the aisle in the supermarket and count 10 people that you walk by.
Okay.
1 out of every 10 people in Western New York is helped by Catholic Charities. And it doesn't matter what race, age, religion that you come from. We help everyone. We're here for anyone who is in need. And you're right. I would say the vast majority of the people that come to Catholic Charities in need and requesting help are not Catholic. And
the workers, the volunteers, the people that you have at Catholic Charities as well, because it's largely made up of volunteers, right?
Exactly.
And they're from all different religions or backgrounds, correct?
Right. We have a tremendous base of volunteers who work with us in the various services and programs that we have. We have a lot of dedicated volunteers who work with us on the annual appeal. And yes, many of them come from different faith traditions, because it's all about helping people and giving them hope.
Do you find that the volunteers that you have, do they come back year after year?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes, we have many volunteers who have been with us for a long time. That's the great thing, is you get to see the rewards of your work when you brighten someone's day, when you put a smile on the face of a child, when you're able to give a warm coat to somebody who needs it, or a bag of food to somebody who's hungry. You know that you've done some good, and that's really rewarding for our volunteers and our staff as well.
Chuck, what about individuals that you've helped before? Have they come back to you and offered their services?
So I had an incredible experience not too long ago at the holidays. I was at our food pantry in Lackawanna, the Russell J. Salvatore Food Pantry and Outreach Center. And a gentleman came in at the end of the session while we were open, and there really wasn't much food left. And I said, hey, I can pull some things together for you, and let me get some stuff. And he said, no, that's not why I'm here. He said, I've been coming here for a while, but I don't need the food anymore. I want to know when I can help. I'd like to volunteer.
That's a nice testimonial,
yeah,
for something like that to happen.
That was an incredible story.
Tell me about Hope Day.
Hope Day is Hope Day is a tradition that began 7 years ago. This will be our 8th annual Hope Day on March 19th. And we're really excited about it. It is our single biggest fundraising day of the 6-month appeal campaign. On that day, we have some generous sponsors who will match the first $100,000 dollar for dollar. So when you make your pledge or your gift on Hope Day, that money is matched by sponsors like Catholic Health, One Bridge Benefits, Tops Markets, and several others. I know I'm going to leave some out, so I don't want to go down the litany of people who are helping us out here, but there are many organizations that have stepped up to do this.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. 24-hour period for Hope Day last year, you raised almost $500,000?
Almost $500,000. So we exceeded our $300,000 goal, but we came a little short of the $500,000 mark. And since Hope Day began 7 years ago, we've raised $2.9 million on Hope Day total.
Okay, we're in our final minute. When does the appeal actually run again?
So the appeal kicked off in January and it ends June 30th. And it's really important that we meet for our fiscal year, that we meet our goal on or before June 30th. All we need is a pledge by that day. You can pay that pledge off throughout the year. So we're excited to get things going, and we've got a lot of things happening through the remainder of the appeal.
And can people donate online?
Oh, definitely. At ccwny.org/donate, we're seeing a big increase of online donations versus the checks coming in through the mail.
Chuck, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Joe, thank you.
For more information and answers to your questions, contact Catholic Charities of Buffalo by calling 716-218-1400 or go to ccwny.org. Sponsorship and promotional considerations for the preceding segment was provided by Catholic Charities of Buffalo. And just a reminder to join me weekday mornings 7 to 9 a.m. on The Big Weck.